Hi, good afternoon. Coach Kathy with One Nay at a Time. And I'm just picking up my beautiful little girl. She's joining us again. What I'd like to say today, just come in from outside. It's a cold day. We had a snowstorm and we spent the morning shoveling snow and working hard and getting our place so that we can have cars come in and out. There's bits and pieces that we can do with machinery and bits and pieces we got to do with our muscle. And this was one of the days that I had to work with our muscles. So what I wanted to have a conversation about today, what seems to be on my mind is a little bit of my story still. And I believe my story might be able to help other people and have, to be able to connect with their stories. So where I was at in my story was that I had gone to a rehab for I think it was a whole 7 days, maybe 14 days. I can't remember right now 100%, but I think it was closer to probably 14 days. And when I got out, what I learned when I was in there was that, we must go to AA. That was one of the things that they pushed in theirs. To get healthy, I had to stop my body from reacting the shakes and everything. That was one of the big things that my body had to stop doing, and it did. And we talked about, for me, what was my big thing. I talked to, I think, a therapist one time while I was in there, which I thought that was crazy for me. What we talked about was that I was codependent, which was so very, very true. My world was centered around my children for so many years. And then, so if they were happy, I was happy. If they were sad, I was sad. If they were in trouble, I was in, my emotions went on flip-flopping through their emotions the entire time. And I can say that even today I can go there. If I'm in a good spot in a relationship, I'm doing good. If I'm in a bad spot in a relationship, I'm a little stressed. So, it's a part of me, and I recognize that today, where back then I was like, what is codependency? What do you mean I'm codependent? What does that mean? So, it's another thing that I learned. But what I did not do was, when I got out of rehab, I changed absolutely nothing. I tried to be this strong individual that could go out to bars still, that could hang with the same friends, that could be around other people as they're drinking and say, no, I'm strong enough, I don't need one. And what I continued to do was put myself in a miserable situation. My eyes were on every single beer that everybody had, or drink that they had, or the bottles of vodka and whatever else. If I went to somebody's house, my eyes knew exactly where their liquor cabinet was and what was there and what was on the counter. And where I would go out to a restaurant, and I swear I knew, there goes a martini, there goes a margarita. That person over there is on their second glass of wine, and oh my God, I can see them getting buzzed. My eyes were just so focused on what everybody else was drinking, because that was my main focus in my life, was the fact that I could not have a drink. So instead of saying, you know what, I need to find someplace else to go that doesn't have alcoholic beverages, I need to maybe hang out with a couple people that are safe for me to hang out with. Maybe stay home a little bit more often instead of make myself, or get myself to go out and play. I was so afraid to not have any fun, so I continued to do everything and made myself miserable. And as I said before, it was less than 21 days, and I was drinking, I was partying with my friend. I was having a couple, to moving into having way too many. And what I didn't realize when I went into recovery was that a lot of people do that. A lot of people go to recovery, get back out, change nothing, work on their sobriety for a little while, give up, not change anything about themselves, absolutely nothing about themselves, I didn't go to AA, I didn't go to therapy, I didn't do anything. I just wanted to be strong enough. I always said that I was a strong individual, so I wanted to prove that I could do this on my own. And what I found out was that I absolutely cannot. So I continued then to drink. I started to hide it from everybody because now everybody knows how sick I am. Everybody knows that I went to a rehab, that I should be well now. I should be strong enough to not drink. And, because I said it doesn't bother me when other people do, I should be able to be around. So, I would go out to a restaurant and go to the bathroom and run up to the bar and grab a drink. I would hide again in my closet, my drinks, my vodka, I would buy it. I would go to a store and hide it in my water bottle again. I was back to everything that I did before, ashamed and even more secretive and lying and all those kind of, stuff that we do when we're embarrassed about who we are, when we don't live with our value system, when we don't live in who our true selves are. We hide and we lie and we cheat and we you could even say steal. I didn't steal things, but I stole trust. I stole I stole love from people, I guess you could say, because they were thinking that I was doing well, and I was lying to them, and lying to somebody is not who I wanted to be and who I ended up to be. And I did that for a while. I would then get sober for a little bit and feel good about myself for a couple days and think I was strong, and then go out to the bar or get mad or get upset. I didn't know what to do with my emotions. So I drank. If I was happy, the only thing I knew to do was to drink about it. If I was sad or angry or pissed or whatever it was, I went through an emotion. I got to drink it away. I got to drink these feelings away. And, working on that, working on who we are, working on what triggers us to drink. And like I said, it could be anything. And, so it's what we do when we are not feeling up to par, or even, like I said, when you're excited. What do you do? What do I do today? I cry a lot. I do cry a lot. I have an emotion. I'm very, very sensitive. I'm a big feeler. I found that out about myself, that I can feel deeply for things and people. And I've learned that crying is just something that I do. I can build things up inside of me, and I could either let it out in a nice, I have out in the barn, I have this thing called a cube, and I beat that sometimes when when I get so filled up with like, oh, I took that, or a day goes really bad and I find myself really stressed. I can go out there and beat something. People do, people can run. A lot of people do that. A lot of people can maybe clean, or they have their tools that they do when they're stressed, and beating on going out to the gym and beating on something, or lifting weights, or whatever it is that we do. We find that we can do stuff that is healthy instead of drink it away. So sometimes I end up screaming it out, and that's my way to get it out. So it's learning what to do with our emotions that is so new to somebody that has always used something else to deal with them. So, what are you doing today? I'd like to know more things. How can other people learn to take care of their anger, their sadness, and even their happy and joy? One of the other things was going to a wedding. All I knew was to drink and party and laugh and dance and have fun and all that. And the drinking allowed me to dance and have fun a little bit more easier, especially around a lot of people. Talking and communicating is not one of my my big things to sit in a big crowd and talk to a bunch of people and walk up to strangers. And I could do that when I had a drink in my hand. So, you know, weddings were something new I had to learn how to do sober. And, you know, so, you know, I'm interested to find out what you have. How can we help other people learn how to take their emotions and deal with them in a healthy way? Tell me what you got. I'd love to hear. So thank you for tuning in today, and I hope that you're keeping warm. Like I said, it's a very chilly, chilly day out there today. After that, we went out and had a beautiful dinner, which was very nice to have, but I'm ready to sit. Gonna stoke up my fireplace and sit and watch a movie and maybe eat some more, some popcorn, something good. And one of my favorite things to drink is soda water with lemon and lime. So I'm gonna mix myself that little drink for the afternoon and maybe even some hot tea. So enjoy your evening, everyone. Take care and love you.